Hi guys, my name is Moose. I'm so glad that you're here. We're in a very unique time right now where you're at home instead of being at school, so we thought maybe we could bring a little bit of outdoor school directly to you. This is a 6-part series on lessons that you'd be learning at outdoor school. We hope that you have fun and that you're safe, and that this video could inspire you to become more curious about our world and about science. Pay close attention to the video because there's going to be questions for you to answer at the end. It's totally okay to pause the video or rewind it or watch it again. So have some fun and let's dive in together. Let's go.
Hi all, my name's Komodo. I'm the program director out here at Canyonview, and I am so excited that you guys are here with us today. We are actually out on our nature hike trail. Gosh guys, it is so beautiful out here, and we got the sunlight coming through and got all these plants popping with the green, and man, we got some ferns here. And as I'm walking around, guys, I'm just noticing all these beautiful things. And guys, oh my goodness, look at this tree. This is just a ginormous tree out here in our forest, and man, the tree this big has me wondering, you know, how big is it? How long has it been here? How did it get to be so big? I look at these other trees and plants here, and they're much smaller, but this is ginormous. So I'm a Komodo dragon. I'm about 6 feet tall. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's probably at least 3 Komodo dragons. All right guys, as we're out here in our nature hike, I want us to develop some curiosity about our world. I want us to look at things and ask questions. Science has been figuring things out for many years, and they do that by observing some things, asking some questions, testing those questions out, and then analyzing and reporting that stuff. That's the scientific method, and that's all right guys, so one of the things that we've learned is that better science needs better observations, and so maybe sometimes we don't know the right questions to ask when we're observing things. To ask yourself, what do you notice about it? As you see this fir cone here, think to yourself, what are some things you notice about it? Could be the color, could be the texture, could be how much it weighs, could be where you found it on the ground. Another important question to ask when observing something is to ask yourself, what does it make you wonder? You know, wondering maybe where it came from, or wondering how long it's been on the ground. So I want you to ask yourself, what do you wonder about this fir cone? And then also, I think one of the most important things is to ask ourselves what it reminds us of. What does it look like? Maybe what is it acting like? You know, an example for me is I think it reminds me of a flower, and it kind of looks like a flower that's closed, waiting for that sun so that it can open up. And so I want you guys to think to yourself, what does this fir cone remind you of? They're so interesting. They've got these little ridges here. They're brown in color. They're really rough. Almost feel frail, like I could pull them apart really easily. It has me wondering, where did this come from? Did they grow out of the ground? That seems unlikely. I wonder, did they fall from space? I wonder if someone moved them here, or maybe did they come from our big tree? So as I'm wondering this question, I wonder how could we test that out? How could we gather some evidence to figure out if that's a correct hypothesis? Now, hypothesis is a big fancy word, but essentially it means an educated guess. So I'm guessing that this is from this fir tree here, but we need to go figure that out. So maybe something we could do is we could go look at other trees and other plants and see if there are any fir cones around there. Found some evidence that there were no fir cones in the grass, in the dirt, and around other trees and bushes, except for when we were around fir trees. Now, around the fir trees, like our big fir tree here, we found fir cones. Around the oak trees and the other plants that we already talked about, we didn't find fir cones. So our hypothesis of a fir cone coming from a fir tree seems pretty probable. Now, I think one of the really cool things about that is this whole idea of the scientific method really isn't just about finding out where my fir cone came from and if it came from my fir tree, but really what it did is it gave us a method for how we're going to go about answering a lot of questions. And as you guys, in a safe time, allow yourselves to go outside and be able to look at nature and ask some of these questions that we've been talking about, you guys can start to come up with your questions and your observations, and you guys can test those things out. Now, I really want you guys to do this because I want you to be curious, and I want you to know that scientists have been doing this for many, many, many years, and that's how we got in many of the awesome things we have today. As I think about cool scientists who asked questions and test things out, I think of a lady named Katherine Johnson. Now, she was an African-American woman who was instrumental in NASA operations in getting people to the moon. She was so good at math that astronauts actually trusted her more than the computers. Now, the computers that she helped operate already were extremely high mathematical equations and just needed really, really smart people to work on. But astronauts, before they would go up, made sure that Katherine Johnson double-checked those equations. Guys, that can be you. That can be you. It may take a lot of hard work. It may take some getting some answers that we don't always like at first. But it can be you. And I'm so excited that you guys took your time to come out here with us. And I'm so excited for what you guys can bring to this future. It's been a blast, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time.
Okay, my friends, thanks for watching. Now is a great time to click on the link in the bio to take the Kahoot quiz. Another video will be coming out in a couple of days, and we look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day.